Right then, so welcome. Thanks for taking the time to come and see what I'm up to. Right, I'm going to plant some potatoes for Christmas. All right, nothing amazing there. But because it's me, I'm not just going to do it normally, am I? No, no, no. I am going to completely blag somebody else's experiment. And that person is, well, it's two, well, person and a dog. Tony and Teddy's World. Brilliant channel. Found his channel and he does a lot of like gardening experiments and just general gardening, and he also keeps bees. So if any of that sounds like something you would enjoy, go and check out Tony and Teddy's World. So I hope he doesn't mind me pinching his experiment. And all credit to him for doing this, and I'll link his original video in the description. All right, so this is just somebody else's experiment that I'm going to replicate and see if I get the same results, because the results were very interesting, I thought. So go and check out that. So what's the experiment? Right, dead simple. 1 tub, 4 potatoes. 1 tub, 2. 1 tub, 1. 4, 2, 1. So I'm doing it twice. And I've got 3 left over, so I'm just going to put 1 in each of 3 more tubs. Just so I've got loads of tubs here knocking around, so it's easy for me to do. Now, that's what we're going to do. And last year I tried growing Christmas potatoes, and it was a complete failure. I lost the lot to blight. I didn't think, naively didn't think I'd get it here, but I did, and I lost a lot. So what good's that? So this year I'm a bit more prepared, and what I've got some of this JBA blight guard, which helps prevent blight, and it's perfectly safe to use. It's made by Jameson Brothers, which up in Scotland there, I think it's Scotland, and they sell seed potatoes. That's their business. So I'm going to try that. It's recommended by loads of different people. I know Steve Digwell, he uses it. You can use it for potatoes and tomatoes as well. All right, so I'm using that, and if that's something you're interested in, go and check it out. JBA Blight Guard. Now, after talking to some farmer friends, well, and reading the bottle, basically from June to the end of September, you're highly susceptible to blight. All right, that's just life. So as soon as the spuds come up, I'll be spraying this as they recommend once a week. All right, so as soon as I can see some leaf, I'm going to be spraying this once a week. Now, it also says on here, spray more often at high risk periods. Well, how are you going to know what high risk periods are and when they are, more importantly? Haha, I found an answer to that as well. And that is a free app called UPL Blight Forecast. And I got this on the App Store in the UK. And I'll if you just put in UPL Blight Forecast, and I'll stick a little image up of the logo, so you know you've got the right one. And with that app, it's brilliant. What it does is it uses the 2 main forecasting criteria, which are the Hutton criteria and the Smith period. There again, you can go and look that stuff up if you're interested. And that will, it's the 2 indicators of when high blight conditions occur. Not meaning you're going to get blight, that's it, you're getting blight, but the conditions that blight may occur. All right, and it's a 10-day forecast. So my thinking is, with my blight guard, if I spray it on, say, a Monday, right, and then looking at the app, it says Friday and Saturday are high risk periods, I could then spray again on the Friday, for argument's sake, to help increase the level of protection over those very vulnerable days. Does that make sense? So once a week is a precaution. With the app, if there's a high period of risk, say a week or two or a week or so after I've sprayed it, I can spray again. All right, that's a free app, and yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So hopefully I can get these to push on and actually get some potatoes for Christmas. All right, so that's it. That's what the experiment. That's what I'm hoping to protect them. And oh, what? Yeah, I was gonna. I took a photograph of the app open, and if you can see on the page I took a photo of, that I think it's Sunday and Monday are showing in red on both criteria. So those days are high risk days. All right, just to give you an overview of what you can see. All right, and you can pinpoint your allotment or your field or whatever on the app, so, and you can go to that, so when you check on it, it's the conditions for exactly where you are. All right, so I hope that's useful. I hopefully will find it useful and it'll work for me. So let's go ahead and plant some spuds. Right then, so here we go. Here's our 9 buckets, and what I've done, I've filled them up a third full, and I've put in 35 grams in each one. See, it's in all of them, of the Vitax Q4 multi-purpose plant food, because that's what I had here. All right, simple as that. What I'll do, and on each bucket, or not each bucket, but the ones that is having one in, I've tied on one bit of the green stuff. The ones that are having 3, I've got 2 bits of the green stuff, and the bucket that's having 4, those 2 buckets, I've got nothing on. Now, where I'm layering, so where I'm putting 3 and 4, once I cover the potato, I'll then put another lot of fertilizer, you know, just so it's a bit fair. I mean, this is no scientific experiment, it's just a bit of fun to see what happens. All right, so once all the other potatoes go in, you know, these 2, put 2 in, bit more compost, and there again, this is just compost off the bins I had the second earlies in. All right, simple as that. No horse manure, nothing else, purely the Vitax. Right, let's get these put in. Right, so the first 5, it's just got 1 in, and all I'll do is fill that right up with compost and put a bit of wood chip on top as a mulch. Now the next 2, I'll put 2 in, then put compost, sorry, 1 in each, then the layer of compost, then another one. So these will have 2 in. All right, I'll get on and do that. Okay, so the middle ones have had 1 in the bottom, compost, then 1 on top, and the end two, got 2 in the bottom. I'll put another third of compost in, and then another 2 opposites, so there, and then the other 2 will go there and there. All right, and what I've decided to do is once I top these 4 buckets up with compost, I'll then put another 35 grams of the Vitax just mixed in the top layer, and then when I water them, it'll get washed in. All right, I'll get on and finish this. Right, so here we go. It's our very unscientific experiment. I forgot to mention these were Jazzy. They're Jazzy winter potatoes I got from Marshall's. So we got 3 buckets with 1 in. Then we have got 2 buckets with 2 in, 2 buckets with 4 in, and 2 more buckets with 1 in. All right, so I've sort of mixed it up a little bit, so they all got a good chance. I know there's a risk of a volunteer potato because I've just used the compost from the old potato buckets, but I had a quick, I had a pretty good look through when I did it, and I think we're all right. And I know Tony's video was a lot more scientific in as much as that he used fresh compost, but hey ho, just a bit of fun, and we'll see what the yield is like at Christmas if I can keep them alive this year. I'll do a few update videos along the way, whether or not I post them, or I might do put those up when I do the reveal. Right, Merry Christmas everyone, cheers and gone.